Hello, welcome to the stream. It's another stream. That's crazy. That's basically 2 days in a row because, you know, I don't stream over the weekend anyway. Generally, been thinking about it, but it was a nice sunny weekend this weekend, so I went out and did some gardening and all that sort of stuff. I'm just going to jump into Fran while we intro, because there's a lot to talk about. First, I won't be here tomorrow. Making that immediately. But also, a certain video game scam that I was always aware of has been shut down. As someone who has always said that something's off about Ashes of Creation, I am not surprised. But, yeah. Whoa, 5? What? I don't think I've ever had 5 marrow grain from one of those. What the I didn't even know you could get 5. Vindication. Yeah, Ashes is ashes and dust now, so
yeah, what do you want?
I guess people that were copium about that game can finally move on with their life. I'm sure they won't. But it is something that happened over the weekend, so I thought might as well talk about it for a little. Just a few minutes. I didn't have any real horse in the race, I just always thought it was a bit of a weird practice to be selling early access. Doesn't sell order.
I got what you need.
Multiple times, by the way. I'm just glad that people can't be scammed out of their money anymore by that video game. That's the best thing about it. Losing an MMO, it is what it is. People that play MMOs have got to stop being so like, oh, we need a new one. There are other games you can play. You don't need to play an MMO.
See ya.
That's the problem with the MMO players of today. They need a new MMO, so they latch onto anything that gives them a chance to have that, and they're susceptible to being schemed. Susceptible? That's the word. Can't scam me because I don't care about MMOs. Like I play them, or I don't. I'm not gonna give money to people for freaking early access slop. Yeah, that happened. And it is what it is. I'm gonna go back to Ungoro Crater. I would like to finish some of the quests. Maybe not all of them. But we're also gonna hit 53 pretty soon. As long as we stay alive. Like, I've been playing a dead MMO recently, right? With Warhammer Online. For me, that's more fun than worrying about any MMOs upcoming. That thing got shut down in 2013. For me, any game that is fun and isn't dodgy is good enough. It's also free. One thing I love about Warhammer Online too that I haven't experienced with any other MMOs recently because they're just too big. Like Final Fantasy, WoW, Guild Wars 2, it's too big. You don't really run into people that much. But with Warhammer, because the player base is less than like 1,000 people at any one time, and it's all on one server, you always see the same people. And I find that very fun. It's like classic WoW, you know, when you're leveling and you're always running into the same guys. Like, yeah, that's a community. Like, you don't really get that with a lot of MMOs these days. Kind of sage. But yeah, in terms of schedule for this week, I have decided that I will try to at least get 3 days in. I'm not going to be here tomorrow already. But because we're not like fully locked into our schedule for life stuff yet until, you know, July, I should be able to get some prog in. So, the goal for this week is to get the Druid to 55. Weird. We can get the Druid to 55, I'll be quite happy. Hate these mobs because of their fear. It's the worst. But I'm kind of thinking I'll finish the quests out here that I have kind of started, and then probably head to Bellwood or something like that. Start those. Maybe Burning Steps. We'll see. Not 100% committed just yet. That here and here and here. Guess we'll use the spirit today. We'll get our blue power crystal. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I don't know why I didn't send it off. Sort of holding on to him. But I got 19 days left on my WoW account, and obviously I haven't been playing it that much, so I don't know if I'm going to resub right away. But I guess it depends. Sorry, my eye is always, as soon as I start streaming, wants to get itchy. I'll rub it. It depends on like the everyday schedule, I guess. Like say next month, if we're still able to blast some streams, then maybe worth streaming. So may resub. It's all about the schedule. Got a lot of gorillas out today, so that's good, because last week they were all stompers. I think I still need the 2 thunder accounts, which does suck a bit, but we'll get them. But I at least want to get Friend and Baumer done. So I want to try to do that in the 19 days that I have. So that's like 3 weeks worth of being able to play. Now I have something on at the end of the month. Gotta go to. But other than that, pretty open right now. Was that Thunderer gonna come out of there? Starfire resist. Never fun. There's a Thunderer at the door. There's the other one. We'll wait for him. Should be able to get both of them without disturbing this gorilla, hopefully. I think that other Thunderer was coming this way, but it might have been going the other way, actually. We will get this. Yeah, he's going the other way. Sucks. It means we're gonna have to wait forever. I don't really want to go in that cave as a druid. Specifically a boomkin. There's not a good cave for a boomkin. I mean, no cave is good for a boomkin because you can't use entangling roots. You gotta just sit there and face tank. And if I sit there and face tank, someone might get mad about it. This gives me 5 more marrow grain, imagine. Just talk about Ashes dying again and it will happen. Sungrass, not marrow grain. I don't even know if I need sungrass these days. The thunder was closer than I thought. Nice. We haven't even used a potion to get that crit. We haven't got our arcane elixir up. Probably put that when we go down to the bugs because we've got to fight a lot of them. I mean, we got 1 sting out of 8 and I killed a lot on Friday. Hopefully we get this pelt. So I can be done with this quest. There's 3 item slots back. Nice. Makes me happy. Not gonna worry about that. Can't finish it anyway. Like, the 2600 experience is nice, but when you're on a spec like a boomkin, going in a cave with a bunch of mobs, not the most exciting prospect. I'm wondering if we can accidentally get 53 before we start doing the Tarbies. 1 more blood can. Nice. Got our 15th blood pedal as well, so we can hand that into the Kodo. It's all coming together. If we can get our 15th blood pedal. Done. Kind of feel like I need to sneeze, which isn't that surprising. That sneeze made me spit a little bit. Knocked the shit out of me. For whatever reason, when I start streaming, just my whole body like rebels against me, you know, I start sneezing, all that sort of stuff. Strange. I think I'm allergic to streaming. I might go and get some nasal spray tomorrow. Really. I don't know if it will help, but I do sometimes get allergies. I was out in the garden yesterday and I started sneezing, so something in there. That will help for something. May not help for the overall, but it will help for something. I think we're gonna leave the western pylon and like the big pterodexes. Just because we're only level 52 and we're a boomkin. Like, we'll come back at 53 and do them. Where is Mr. Devil? I wonder. Is Mr. Devil Saw around? Devil, who do you think you are? Is it this one? Yes. I would like to be able to do this quest. I need the pterodax scales, so we're probably going to have to kill a lot of normal pterodax to get them. You know, we're not going to go and do the big ones yet. Please stop moving away. That warrior scared the shit out of me. I might have scared the shit out of him too. He stopped. Like a boomkin. Shit. He said, "What the hell is that? A chicken?" But yeah, back to MMOs. We are going to be playing World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy for the next 30 years. So, get used to it. That's the one thing people don't want. It's just to, you know, be playing the same game for another 20 years, but at this point, probably gonna happen. Nice. Both drops is good. I am in a very curious place. Just because the Devil Saw does walk through here. Pretty close. That does make me a little bit nervous. Baron chart is still up. I don't think any of my Medley characters are going to be able to do all of the quests around there. That is one thing that's bad about hardcore right now, because TBC is, you know, out this month. February now. I think it's coming out in February at least. Towards the end of the month. The elemental invasions don't get taken care of. Because no one's really playing. Can I have my last blood petal? Hardly even touched me, and he was like, but poison him. Thank you. We are less than 50k away from leveling. Alright, 2 quests down. Don't know how long it's going to take for us to get our groshy stings. I guess it depends if they drop. They weren't dropping last time. Gold fawn, that was very useful herb back in the day. In like the level 30 to 40 bracket of the Medley, that was definitely the most useful herb. $30 to $40 is pretty significant part of the journey. Nice. Trusted my damage and it did work. Any more dinosaurs? There's one. There's a big one. Say any more dinosaurs? What the hell is he doing? Why'd he do a turn like that? He should turn like a truck. See if we can get some web scales from him. We've only got to kill one more of the pterodactyls, but you know, we need a lot of scales. And that quest being done would definitely be pretty good because there is an upgrade from it. I would like said upgrade. It is even more intellect. Pretty substantial as a boomkin. That's over 100 mana. Also, I had a few hours play some Warhammer Online this weekend, so I started leveling my Sword Master a little bit. Now I've been playing Warrior Priest, I'm almost level 40. But I wanted to play Sword Master, do a little bit of tanking, because eventually I'd like to have a character I can run around solo on and just kill people when I'm not feeling like being in a warband or whatever. So what I did is I found the nearest melee DPS in scenarios and I just attached myself to them. Because in Warhammer you have an ability called Guard, which, you know, absorbs like 40% or however much, depending on class, I think. 40% on average is about what I think it is, of the damage they take. So if you're running around with a melee DPS, you can make sure they're basically killing everything while you're, you know, taking all their damage. And because Swordmaster also has the ability to heal whenever you get a proc, it works out pretty good. But I'd like to get that character to, you know, level cap and 60-ish for now or whatever before I start running around trying to solo. That might be fun. There's a time and place for being in a warband, but a lot of the times I'll just do that on my warrior priest because I like healing. For whatever reason. I feel dirty saying that. I like healing. Like, are you sure you are Frankie? It's a fun game though. I know why it shut down. You know, EA launching it probably 3 years before it was truly ready. It being launched right as Wrath of the Lich King was coming out. Had some other issues obviously, but yeah. Those are the big ones. It's hit 300 Herbie. But I think it's a better game now than what it was when it was truly a game, because, you know, the people that are playing it know what they're in for. They know what to expect. There are changes that happen to it. Some of them aren't good changes, stuff like that, but you at least know what you're getting. And you got a nice little community. If WoW ever goes into like maintenance mode, there will still be people playing it. It will basically be the same as that. I think WoW for a lot of people is like their forever game, you know. No matter what happens, no matter what controversy Blizzard goes through and all that, I'll be there. Collecting mounts, collecting items. That's fine.
Peace, friend.
Alright, we'll hand that in. We won't pick up Uchar just yet because there's no way I'm gonna be able to do it just yet. Maybe I will be able to do it at some point, but it's still gonna be a very hard quest. Like, we're still gotta go in that cave all the way to the end. Kill a big gorilla. And then somehow get our way out. Someone's been killing dinosaurs. But why? Maybe they just wanted to make their way past them all and they were all in the way and they were like, fuck, I'm gonna aggro like 7 dinosaurs. Run. I would still just run. I would run, boy, run. Also, I finished my Insanity playthrough of Mass Effect yesterday. It made me more emotional than the first time I played it because I knew it was coming to an end. Like, fuck, almost done. So now I'm trying to figure out if I finish the last 12 achievements that I need so I can 100% the game and uninstall it. And then maybe, you know, in 10 years time when I've forgotten everything, I'll go play it again. Because I do need some space on my computer. If I am going to play Cyberpunk, I'm going to need some hard drive space. Now, I would like to play Cyberpunk. So I might look at trying to 100% the game. I think it's a good game to 100%. The achievements that I have left are not that difficult. Looking at them. They're just like, use abilities. Okay, I can do that. I haven't played a biotic at all in Mass Effect 1, so I've got like all the... use all the biotic abilities. Like that. That should be easy enough. Might take like 10 hours, but you can space it out over a week or whatever. Party sheep. Reach level 60. Job party sheep. I don't know what that means, but as a New Zealander, I am intrigued. We like sheep, what can I say? Some like them more than others. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're here at the bugs. I'm just gonna pop this arcane elixir and I'm gonna go with it. We only need the wasps, but we might need a lot of wasps, so I'm probably gonna be here grinding for a little bit. So I may as well just kill all of them because they respawn sometimes as wasps. Got tanks though, aren't they? Kill all the bugs. Exterminate the bugs, if you will. Let's see. We need 4 more bones, 2 more of those scales. I think I would use those boots. Even though it would lose some spell power. Not too bad having some extra steam, you know. You see as we go into the higher level zones. Like, I think an 8 extra spell power is not gonna help us more than, 100 HP. But I guess we'll see. Nice crits today. That mob called for help so fast because we crit it for 1,000 it almost aggroed the other one. Like it was so close, I think. Invisible. You ever seen an invisible chicken? Of course you haven't. It's invisible. Gonna buy some new lip balm tomorrow, I think. My lips are worse. They always crack it. So annoying. Yeah, but shave as well. Gosh, looks fun. I woke up this morning actually and one of my blankets was like on top of me, like on my face. Like, blanket, why are you sitting on my face? Just like suffocating myself. Maybe because we have to kill so many of these bugs, we'll get an epic. Surely it has to happen at some point. We're 4 bars away from leveling as well. That's what I mean. We might hit 53 before we even have to worry about the tar piece. If I do hit 53, I can probably go and finish the Western Pylon and stuff like that as well. So we may end up being here a bit. I'm not going to do the Raptor quest into Uchar just yet. Finally, a wasp. Like I said, we're gonna kill all of them because we're gonna probably have to respawn some mobs, but more wasps, please. That guy, that other druid is definitely going to attack that wasp. That annoys the shit out of me. He does not have the same plan I do. He's just running through killing wasps only. I'm killing mobs to respawn wasps, so I guess it's Operation Look for Wasps only time. He forced my hand. Mountain Silver Sage, but wasp. In a bit of a shit place. 2 wasps. I can see. so many mobs. We've been in this situation before, remember farming for, what was it, the Breath of Air? Breath of Wind? Whatever that item was in Tanaris. We had to position ourselves so much to like avoid mobs. So there's a few wasps over here. If that other druid didn't rock up, I might have been not finding these. Well, I would have found them eventually, but maybe not as quick. All of these workers being around together is scary as well because they can pull each other. They call for help. So you get one, it calls for help, and then another one comes running, it calls for help, and then you get another one. Ah, shit. That druid. Another wasp. Another one down there. Scary, I thought I was going to fall. We got 2 stings already, so it's already a better odds it stings than, you know, last week. I just feel as if this guy is not at all going to kill the other ads. Like, he only cares about the wasps. He's not going to worry about respawn. I'm someone that has a bit of forward thinking. Like, if I kill more mobs, they will respawn more. Potentially. Not a guarantee, but... the odds aren't 0. Hero, run. Mob does not like entangling roots. Nice. Halfway there. On this dirt. I don't really need it, but I want it. Go over to where we were killing earlier because there might be some respawns over there now. Been a while. Hopefully the other druid's getting like no sting drops. Now it doesn't help me that he's here for longer, but... he is here. drop an innovate, we can continue to kill it. Or he comes over and takes it. Innovate is basically how Boom can work in Season of Discovery, you know? Infinite mana. I don't know what the quest is after this one. I haven't done a majority of the level 50 quests on Classic WoW, like the level 50 class quests. Even in vanilla, I didn't really do them because they came out so late. Like my hunter already had amazing gear before the level 50 quest. I don't even know what the level 50 rewards were for hunter. They might have been good, but just didn't bother with it. We're obviously not going to be able to finish them in the medley because we're not doing dungeons. And you got to do Sunken Temple as far as I remember. But we will do what we can. I like how that ooze like rocked up beside me. Hey yo, I'm an ooze. Hi ooze, how you doing? Ooze Anonymous. Oozing. I think if all goes well today, we should be over 53.5. All goes well by like the fact that we need to get 12 super sticky tar and it might take us 2 hours. I would go get that mountain solar sage, but there is mobs up there defending it. Not that they're defending it. Is that Reaver gonna pull? Super Doobat. Sounds like, you know, what's... Imbop. Talking about your do. Super Doobat. Super doop doop doobat. Or a wasp over here. That was a good Wrath crit. 582. Nice. Uno mas. No, not Uno Mas. 2. I don't know the word for 2. I can't count. Gotta be better at math than that. Definitely feel like half of my nose is a little bit blocked. Not like blocked, I can still breathe, but the feeling of it. Not great. Breathe, it's like making noise. Wasps. Where are you? This is why I came here to kill just mobs. Because now the other druids just running around looking for wasps only, so I have to look around for wasps only, otherwise I lose them. Eventually there won't be any wasps. They'll all respawn as reavers and workers. And you know what? It will be all that guy's fault. Because he didn't allow me to run around killing everyone. We could have been in wasp heaven. They said no, no, no. Maybe he went in the cave. Or layered. Maybe I'll just say maybe I'll kill a few of these other mobs, but I mean there's that druid again. Like he's like there's not that many wasps now. Surely he has to think, maybe it's time to kill a few other mobs. I am only one sting away from being done though. So we have been getting the drops pretty regularly. Like it hasn't been 100%, but I'd say 80% of the time we've had. That's pretty good. 70 to 80%. Run, Boomkin, run. Run your fat little legs off. Now, if we could get our last sting right now, that'd be great. Frick. We're gonna kill this Reaver. I feel like it. So I wonder what MMO, like, MMO copers are gonna latch on to now. Because New World outlasted Ashes of Creation. It's interesting. New World's also dead. There'll be another one though. Maybe Camelot Unchained. Surely no one will fall for that. That's been in development like 20 years. They keep showing little updates, but it keeps looking worse and worse, honestly. I think Ashes was inspired by Camelot Unchained. Scam part of it, anyway. That's why I think people that like MMOs have just got to stop worrying about what the next big MMO is. If something actually comes out and is good, support it. But don't start throwing money at a thing just because someone who ran an MLM company tells you that it's going to be amazing. The worst part of it all is the people that were on Reddit saying, I don't think it was a scam because I had fun. Like, alright. So you throw hundreds of dollars away, and just because you had fun, you weren't scammed? This is why the world is the way it is. That guy's killing Reptile. 60. Alright, hand in this quest, and then we got Toxic Test, it looks like. Whatever that is.
Greetings, traveler. May the eternal sun shine upon you.
Stab a devil saw with the devil saw barb. The toxin you helped me create is for a special purpose. The great devil saws of the crater make it dangerous to hunt and difficult for me to survive. Even if I possessed the necessary strength, killing a devil saw simply allows another to move into its territory. Take this poison barb and stab it deep into a living devil saw. Toxin should pacify the creature, though I do not know how long or how quickly.
Walk with the earth, mother.
I gotta stab a devil saw. Sounds fine. I'ma do it. Well, this could be Fran's final quest. Surely it's fine, right? Surely nothing can go wrong. I might start by trying to sleep the devil saw. They are higher level than me though, so even that is scary. I wonder if it works on every Devil Saw, like, you know, does it work on the Tyrant Devil Saw, the Ironhide Devil Saw, or does it specifically have to be Devil Saw? Like, these are questions that specific Devil. Surely they're not that fast, right? Does Hibernate work? Yes. This is... Run away! He's extremely angry? What? That doesn't seem right. Sorry, Devil Saw. The tooltip said extremely angry, so I'm thinking for 10 seconds they're probably running after you till the thing runs out, maybe. I'm glad I'm a druid and have Hibernate. It should be a good start to the video. Or an end. Guess we'll see. Running up to a Devil Saw on a level 52 druid though, like that's scary.
What brings you here? We shall meet again.
Toxin is simply too weak for such a powerful creature. That's what I mean. If I had not put that Devil Saw to sleep, it probably would have eaten my ass. Man, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Too bad I'm not doing dungeons.
May the eternal
I bet there are people who read that quest and went on their druid in hardcore and just like stabbed the Devil Saw, and then the Devil Saw is just like killing them because, well, they didn't hibernate and stuff like that, you know? 100% that's happened. Crazy fella. At least I was able to find that Devil Saw quite quick. So for the future, for any druids that are playing hardcore and hasn't done their level 50 quest, make sure that you put the Devil Saw to sleep. Otherwise you will just piss it off. Good knowledge. Good thing I was thinking about stuff like that, like, will this even do anything? Make some more marrow grain. How many marrow grain we got? We still need 9 more. We did get 5 though, so anything is possible. Keep getting shit. Where are the so-called heroes of this world? Too frightened to come out and play? Yes. We are. It was a big slow. If I wasn't a druid and I was able to just break out of it by shapeshifting, man, I would have been waddling away for a day. Alright, let's hope these tar creepers and lurkers and lords are not immune to, like, that'd be terrible. They're not. Also very helpful, we got a crit as our first attack. I wouldn't mind this quest taking me like half a level to do. These guys are generally pretty good experience while grinding. We did a level of grinding here on Francie. Like 52 to 53, I believe. They may have some resistance though, 'cause crits were not massive. Yeah, definitely got some nature resistance. Like, we're only in for 200. But it's not like full resistance, so it's still okay. Parry, parry, parry. My favorite Witcher free song. Oh, we've already got 3. So the drops aren't terrible right now. This dinosaur bones quest set is kind of difficult to finish. We've done well in Ungaro on the Druid. Considering, I came here and I was like, maybe on the Boomkin it might be a little bit more difficult. But pretty much done what I normally would do. We haven't done the level 56 Raptor, but I think that reason should be obvious as to why. I did forget to use my spirit item from Blast Lanes. That's okay. Yeah, we'll definitely level while doing this quest. And then I feel like I should be brave enough to go over to this side and get the western pylon in the frenzy. At 53. I just didn't want to do it at 52 because that would be a mess. King Mosh is probably going to be over there. Looking forward to 54 because we get like 50 extra damage on our Wrath. And that is pretty massive. And only 20 extra mana for 50 damage. That's huge. Beast. Suddenly you target Mr. Beast. What the fuck? Don't like Mr. Beast. It's the uncanny smile, you know? I think he looked fine when he had real teeth. It's kind of the issue. There's an ad for Trivago, right? For whatever reason, all these rich people that like had bad teeth, sometimes they're not bad teeth. Like I have bad teeth. But they're not like absolutely terrible, you know? They still look okay on camera. But they're probably worse than a lot of rich people. But they'll go and get like veneers and they do the hashtag if, which is just white. Like the color, and it looks so terrible. So there's an ad from Trivago where the guy's just like, should have gone Trivago, and he's smiling, and I'm like, holy teeth. My father has teeth like that now too. And it looks weird. Especially as someone, like my father smoked pretty much 30 years of his life. He had all his teeth just destroyed because of that. And then he got these fake teeth and they just look so strange on him. Like it's good, because it's better than having rotten teeth. But so uncanny. I don't like it. I'd rather people just have false teeth, you know, you can take them out. I will eventually probably need to get my teeth fixed. Done, whatever you want to call it. But man, I definitely do not want Trivago teeth that much. Like, I would feel weird smiling. Probably hurt. Nice, got both. Dinosaur bones, need 3 more. Definitely the hardest quest here, honestly, because the drop rate can be either okay or terrible. There's no good. It can't be great. It can be okay or terrible. Feeling a sneeze coming again, which is great. Keep spinning on myself when I sneeze. Gross. I'm being beat down with sneezes though. Like every sneeze makes you feel worse than the last one. In terms of, you know, being able to actually function. So maybe when we're done with Angura, I might have to go blow my nose or something. There's a hunter here. Level 60. Probably farm an essence of life. There's generally some level 60s that hang out here and farm. A bit annoying, but you know, do. It's an MMO. I am also a bit nature resistant. Yes, keep going that way. Don't even look at these mobs over there. Male shoulders, agility spirit. If it was agility Sam, that would definitely be going to Rugen, but I'll send it to him. It's a chance he never uses it. Or agility intellect. So my nose feels like it's starting to run, so better go catch it. Sadly, I want to kill mobs. Kill a few more and then maybe I'll log out and deal with that. I love that. Resist, and then he starts healing up. We are 2,000 experience from leveling. Ugh. Gross. All because of a sneeze. Don't need the blind wood. I didn't even know I had an extra space for that to go. That makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna log out over here by this tree. I don't think anything spawns over here, so I should be okay to log back in. But I need to go blow my nose, because I'm absolutely wanting to go for a run. So I'll be back, we'll finish the quest, we'll level up. Get on with it. Alright. Can't believe it says copyright 2004 to 2026. Game's been around for too long. It's fucked. Can't believe I've been playing it from those two dates. Not straight. Though. Like, I haven't been a full-time Blizzard simp. Did I start that fight with no mana? Because that was awful. 2 more mobs and we should level. Get another point in Nature's Focus, which basically does nothing, but you know, we need it so we can get to Reflection. It basically does nothing because sometimes irregularly it might do something. There's a small chance. What are you looking at? Staring at the towel. What's this? That's terrible. All because I buffed that guy. Now I got no mana. Might be awkward. Hey, but at least we leave. Alright. Nature's Focus. Continue our grind. Can I walk through here? We got 30 mana that level. I thought it was meant to be 45 after 60. It's gone down. It's terrible. Ugh. We're getting more resist now. We level up, get worse. What the fuck? That kill took pretty much all of our mana. Like the drops are not dropping, which is okay. Like I said, I wouldn't mind the quest taking a little bit longer. Gonna cast in this guy's face. I resisted, he resisted. We were made for each other, that mob and I. And start dropping your Super sticky tar. Thank you. Continue dropping your super sticky tar. We're getting so many more resist now than before we leveled. Like, what the fuck? We were doing fine before we leveled, and now we're just resisting like all the time. Doesn't make sense. It's meant to be the other way around. I check my email while have a drink. Got us done. I was getting ready to run away from the black sludge and then done. Very good. Winter's Bite. I remember when we were killing Eliza in Duskwood and I went and got some of that so I can make the potion. Been a long time. I feel like a devil sword patrols past here. He might be like over there where he does it, but still getting close. Nine out of 12. I did see a dinosaur that I would like to kill as well over there. So I can get them bone. Also, if I can finish the scale before we head out to, you know, the western pylon, that'd be pretty good. 10. We've seen a lot of thorium on France so far. Like, it's too bad we're not on France or Bound. I have seen probably like 10 thorium. A dinosaur bone, that's good. Make one of these. Actually, I don't have space. I just thought about it. If we make one, it will just disappear into the ether. Not getting too lucky on the marrow grain. We got the 5 when we first logged in, which was insane. I've never seen over 3, so getting 5 is just like... That must be a 1 in a million kind of thing, you know? But yeah, we haven't really been that lucky after. I think we got 5 and then 3 and then haven't seen any. A little bit sage. I still need 9 more to be able to hand in both the quests. I guess on the way up we'll hand in the paralysis one. Nice. Is our dinosaur scale. Out like there would be another one over here. Awesome, another bone. 1 more bone, 2 more tar. Coming together. Honestly, with all the quests that we got to hand in, we might be approaching like halfway through this level when we're done. You know, we're gonna go up and do all this and some stuff here. Quite a lot of things to hand in. That'd be pretty cool. Be like halfway through. Heard that stun, I heard the sound of it. Oh, another. Three stuns in a row? Insane. Damn. No dinosaur bone. Lucky. Hopefully I can get it before I go back to town. That would be very beneficial. We can drop absolutely everything out of our inventory before we go over here. Be great. Got a bit tongue-tied. I do love when the Starfire crits happen. I'm looking forward, if we actually get to level 58 on the Druid, it's going to be so fun. Like, our crits are going to be, you know, hopefully 1337 sometimes. And elite crits. Like, one of the best things in World of Warcraft. When you crit for elite. What the fuck? Deserved, mate. You interrupted my cast with a frickin' magic attack that I didn't even know to hit. Like, hello. So then I crit him for 1,000. But yep, you deserve that. At least Fran's getting crits today. You know, I think on Friday last week when I started playing, we were playing for like 2 hours and never saw a Starfire crit. Those first 2 hours, it was crazy. Alright, let's head back to town. If we can find any Dimetrodons on the way, we shall kill them. I would like to finish the... I think there's possibly an Elder Dimetrodon outside of camp as well if I need it. Not going to bother with Moon Conform. All it does is give me 3% crit. It's not going to increase our damage unless, you know, crit. But we are critting anyway. Boo. Cerebral Cortex Compound, the CCC. Gizzard Gum. I think they're all actually... Do they all have the same letter? Like Boar Blasted... No, they're ribs. BBR, not a BBB. For a moment there, I was like, interesting. These two do. I think so, anyway. I may be wrong. Go kill us. Not an elder. The normal one. Give me the dinosaur bone, please. So I can finish another quest, please. Would make me happy. Boo. Right, we got another chance, please. Just want to be happy. Yeah, resist is not going to make me happy. See how the mana's looking. Alright, we're gonna crit. It's good. And it's all we need on the boomkin to make everything fine. Nice. We got it. Alright, we'll go hand in quests, we'll sell items, and then I'm gonna head down here, get our frenzied. The quest that took me entirely too long to do last time. Gonna... Right. I need to check something. Fine. Actually, it'll be on my phone. Give me one moment. Email said I had something to look at, but nothing to look at. Oh well. I did look at the thing yesterday though, so maybe that was what it was. It's always funny when you get like an email from a place and you've already looked at what they sent you. It happens with my my property manager a lot. Like he'll send me something that I gotta look at and then I get like a email about it a week later or something. Like when the builder was coming around to do a little bit of the roof.
How are you? See you around.
And then like a week after, got the message about him coming around. I'm like, he's already been here a week ago.
Talk to me. Hurry back. Keep it real. Glad I could help.
Alright, like I said, I will wear these just because we get an extra 100 health. I think it will be quite useful. Keep not getting marrow grain. Not great. Either way. I can sell these boots now. I will keep these just in case I will keep the strangle kelp as well. I don't know if I have much of it. Heck. Don't need this.
Watch your back.
Wash your back. Can't buy water here, can I? Yeah, we're gonna do this too. Here you go, mate. Have a food. Never fed this Kodo in my entire World of Warcraft history. We didn't get the recipe, sadly, but it is the first time I've ever fed him.
Safe travels.
Because I can't buy water here, I'm gonna actually take the flight back to Naris and buy some.
What's up?
'Cause I don't know how long these frenzied pterodactyls are gonna take. Like last time I did them, it took a long ass time. It was not a good quest. Mainly because they didn't respawn. So it's not like it's gonna change much, you know? We either kill them or we don't. Never know, other mobs might be in the way. We might... But we have a lot to hand in, don't we? I guess I might teleport Moonglade and go talk to Donovan before we go down here, because we've got stuff up there. But then do we want to hand in... No, we'll probably hand in the Foralis one before we hand in the Fandral one. Because it's easier to get to Darnassus than it is Foralis, right? I guess I can just start, like,
Ah, potential customer.
rip. Wheat. Bus. 12? Probably.
Keep it real.
Okay, send all that to Lena. Nose to Rugen. Like I said, I don't know why people run around with weird ass names. Like, it's their character, you know? They have to see it more than anyone else.
Keep it real.
Like, back when I was an edgy teenager, I made some character names that I wouldn't be proud of today. Like, not racist and stuff like that, but just weird. But man, it kind of loses its luster after, like, you know, an hour or two. So I don't know why there are people who do it when they're adults. And then continue to level the character with their name.
Hello.
Hello.
Safe travels.
Alright, back down, girl. 2 more quests to get done before we leave the zone for a little bit. I think maybe at 54 we can go and kill the Raptor and stuff like that, but we could also just leave it. I mean, these Uchar and the Bait of Lokari are gonna be good experience quests, no matter when we do them. Like, Lokari is still gonna be yellow at level 58, you know? Still gonna get 7,000 experience, no matter when we do it. Pretty much. Do it when we do it. Any devil soul? A lot of stone boys running around. Man, there's a lot of dimes. There are 2 lip balms I want to try, so I might just buy both of them tomorrow. I'm gonna be on. See which one works best. Why do I have so many mana potions? That's crazy. Okay, let us go to the scary, frenzied Tyranny. At least they don't have a fear, however. They're not that scary. The priest boy just hit level 60. Hopefully that makes him happy. If only for a moment. As someone who has lived, I wouldn't say a lot, but you know, a good percentage of their life with some sort of depression. They have been level 6. Makes him happy. If he's actually depressed. There was a lot of time where I just zoned out of life and played World of Warcraft because of that. Let life pass me by, which is why this year I want to start going hard at something different and productive. Gonna go back to school, get a degree, stuff like that. Never had a degree, might as well get one. Do something that challenges me. But also feels very rewarding when I manage to, you know, get things done. I don't know if I'll be able to keep my streams and YouTube channel and all that after I get into a more public facing job though. Generally haven't said much bad stuff on stream or in videos, but I do swear from time to time. Everyone does. I do have some political thoughts, you know. I think people should. There's a lot of people out there that are like, no, I don't do politics. I'm just thinking, well, that's why we live in a world that we live in. Because people don't do politics. They're not willing to talk about things. Be a problem. Such a little area to fight in. Be fast. He won fast ooze. I guess after the Pterodax and Western Pylon, I might also run up to Stelifus, grab the flight path. Okay. Is King Mosh over here? Yes, he is. Now this ooze is an asshole, please, but I can get round him. Gonna have to aggro this. King Mosh is so fucking scary whenever he's right there. Like, you know, if you're far enough away from him, he won't aggro you, but still scary to see a level 60 elite just chilling. Stay in the root for longer than like. I appreciate. I don't appreciate it. What the fuck? 3 in a row. The reason I got to 53 before I do this quest is so we resist less. But ever since I hit level 53, it just feels like I get more resist. Like our chance to hit went down. It doesn't make sense. Please make it make sense. Was there another frenzy? I mean, there's one over there, I know that. Yeah, there's a ooze. Kill the ooze. We'll kill the frenzy. Resist. They're not nature resistant. Well, as far as I know, they might be arcane resistant, because the oozes in Hinterlands were resistant to nature and arcane. That was so annoying. He exploded into chunks of acidic slime, but didn't seem to do anything. Hmm. I might have resisted it. Got some nature after all. Yeah, of course you fucking fly away and then you turn around, you asshole. See, like that? Like, can't be talking like that if I have a public facing job. Generally when people, you know, get into a position where they're interacting with the public, they stop streaming and stuff like that, so plan's already there for me. I have said the next like 5 to 6 months I can probably stream from time to time. It may not be consistent, but there will be some. So many frenzied pterodactyls today. Gotta make sure the guy behind gets past. I love how WoW players are able to calculate the amount of time a mob will chase them. You know it's like a 15-second leash, but you don't count the 15 seconds. You kind of just know by the distance and time that you've been running. Well, at least I do. There's probably some people that count it. I never have it, just I go by feel. So interesting to me though that like that is a skill that develops over time when you do something. But you know, I've also been playing the game thousands of hours of my life. Like, let's say, I don't know, probably like 20 to... Now there's a wide gap. 20 to 50,000 hours of my life has probably been spent playing World of Warcraft. I don't know where it is exactly, but it's probably somewhere in there. It's definitely the skill that I've developed the most in my life, you know, playing WoW. Which sounds sad, actually. But I've had fun, and it wasn't a scam, so... GG. Rawr. There's a 1 mountain silver sage. What's up with that? So I think after we do the run around, all that stuff, we're probably gonna end up in Elwood. We can probably take care of... I'm not gonna say a majority of the early quests, but... like the Jadenar, maybe the elementals up north, stuff like that. We can definitely take care of those. I don't know about the satyrs because we did almost die on the rogue. Well, we didn't almost die, but we had to vanish, which, you know, is counted as an almost dying moment on the rogue, let's be real. Anytime you're forced to vanish, otherwise you'd have to fight against the odds, pretty much an almost dying when it comes to playing rogue. So I think it's about to rain. Rain in Ungaro Crater. That'll be fun. So we'll see about the satyrs. They have spellcasters. Whenever I have to fight casters on the boomkin, it's just terrible. Try and get my skin into 300. Oh yeah. 295. Closing in. That always been 300? Because I know in like TBC 300 is like epic mount. But I definitely cannot ride epic mount. I guess it's a little bit different. Should have my epic mount on Warhammer. Level 38 I think, and 100 gold, and I got like 500 gold because I don't know, I'm rich. I did some PvE. As much as people play that game for PvP only, if you play it to do both, pretty full adventure. I've been reading the quests and everything. Kind of fun. Like, the quests are pretty much World of Warcraft style. But because it's a Warhammer game and all the stuff kind of leads to a big battle at the end, they flow. Like, the NPCs that you find in the first zone and gives you quests kind of go with you. Like, there's multiple instances of NPCs, but they travel with you throughout the game, and that's kind of good for storytelling. Because it's like you're eventually going with the war camp to a giant battle, you're battling your way there. And then you got the RVR push-pull. Order have been slapping destruction around the last few weeks, but I think they came at us pretty aggressive yesterday when it reopened for the week. Like, I jumped on to get to Renown 50. I hit renown 50 and I'm still not even level 40, so I still can't even wear any of the gear. But that's okay. Because it's gonna be good when I do hit level 40 and I can just maybe even buy the renown 57 gear. That would be pretty. I got a lot of crease. Head down to this western pylon. Hopefully we can get our last 2 kills while we're down there. Been pretty lucky with the frenzied pterodax today, because last time I was doing this quest, it took me like half an hour, I want to say, just for mobs to like. They just weren't around. I think someone killed them all and then they respawned so slowly. Bonk 'em. 2 more. I thought I needed 2 more before, but that's what happens when I can't read how many I need. Hamburger. Probably just mining. Probably they're level 60. Not here to kill them. Rich for it. There is one person mining. Angro Crate is generally pretty good for thorium mining. We're probably gonna need to run around here on Balmer and Francie to get some thorium if I want to, you know, get Imperial Plate. Which I do, it's just that I'm not really playing the game that much, so my desire is less to do it. My desire is just to get to 60, but having Imperial Plate would be sick. I was definitely feeling like I'd be done with the Medley like before the end of last year, but so many characters live. Like, I completely thought that I would be down to 4 characters by the time I hit level 40. I didn't think my boomkin would be level 53. That's for sure. Like, this spec to get to level 40 was not fun. There were moments of greatness that I could feel, like the damage coming through, especially after we picked up Vengeance. Like, I could feel the power of Boomkin. But it was tough. Nice clean map. This is what I love about Ungro. You come here, the map's full of shit, you can't even see anything. And then you finish all the quests and it looks like this. Obviously there are still some quests to do, but not gonna do just yet. We may do them in the future. But in the future. Do not need to do them to get to level 55. Look out for King Mosh on the way back. I like how this kind of looks like the thing from Attack on Titan. Not going to say anything more just in case spoiler. There's a thing in Attack on Titan that looks like that. think I can actually go this way around the tree over here, right? So I don't even need to be king mod. Find my way. Just a little hop. It's like when you're doing the Onyxia quest and you go into Winter Spring and, you know, the game's like, go run through this cave full of dragons. Take the teleporter, and everyone's just like, no, I think I'll just go up the cliff, thanks. Gotta do a little hop to get her over there. Better if you take a warlock, because then you can summon the one guy that's going to take half an hour to get up there. I remember going there with my group of 5. We were doing the Oni quest on our Alliance characters when Classic WoW first come out. We were there for like 20 minutes waiting for one dude. Like, we handed in our quest and then we were showing him how to do it. It still took 20 minutes. There's always one guy that just can't get the jump right. Alright, hopefully we don't see Morna and her fellas. Because if we do see Morna and her fellas, then we might die. The scariest part of Silithus is when you're running into Silithus. Definitely don't want to be attacked by the level 62 elite and her like 12 bodyguards. There they are, fighting those guys right now. I'll just run on by. Thank you for your service, Cenarian Outriders. It's only level 60. Weak. There is a lot bad with this zone, but that's the scariest part, in my opinion. We do need to get Death Clasp Revenge. The Druid might actually be able to do it. Be interesting. Try. You know, we got Abolish Poison. We've got Hibernate. We've got Roots. So potentially the Druid could do it.
Can I assist you? May the stars.
I'm not 100% confident in chances, but potentially. Where there is potential, there is stupidity. Our Warhammer's doing pretty sick. This weekend was kind of a bit dead, which kind of sucked because I wanted to play a little bit when I had time, but you know, whenever I had time I logged in and there was like no one on. So I went outside and did gardening instead and stuff like that, you know. Make another seed down there. Yeah, we've got a lot of oil. Good. It's now raining in Unguro. Kinda sad that it starts raining in Unguro as I'm going to be leaving, because I like these sort of green zones when they start raining. You know, Foralis, Hinterlands, Bro. Nice rainy zone. We are getting very unlucky with arrow green right now.
How you doing?
We're 40
Have a
extra.
good one. If you ever need any.
There's CJD Coley. Not the other JD. This one's the cool one.
Hi, you're a tall one. You have a great day now. Very good. Be seeing you. Off and away.
Yeah, throw your menu on the ground if you don't mind. She puts one down there, so it's basically like I've put it down there. Okay, so next part of our mission is to go. I need to go back here. Don't. I guess teleport Moonglade and go to Winter Spring. Probably the next task.
What can I do for you?
Nothing. No point in having rugged hides because I can't. Wait.
Off with you.
See ya, Ungaro Crater. It's been fun. Quite a bit more fun than I thought it would be on the Druid. But I just like Ungaro Crater in general. It's always fun. Head down to the flight path. So seen. Should I grab Weiss? Well, I mean the Chillwind Camp one is grab that. 2,500 experience as well. It's not a terrible. I mean. Summoning people to the
Brings you here.
Druid capital of the world.
Good luck.
Interesting. Maybe they just got done with Marauding and some of their members were like, oh shit, I never grinded the ret. That's generally how it goes. I think we had to do that. Actually, I don't know if my friends and I ever handed in the Marauding quest. I have now, but I'd assume a few of them. Not. Kind of funny. Remember what I said? So I took Guildmaster a few days ago, right? And then I posted it, and then he logged in. It's funny. Classic. That's how you get people to log in. You steal Guildmaster from them. I just do it to be funny. He demoted himself to graveyard. It actually says that he promoted me anyway, so... Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to do the quests in this area when I get to Winter Spring, because these fuckers are gonna be up 24/7 because I'm killing them. Kind of annoying. Any blue dragon. Blue dragonfly. Rolls the land. Kinda sucks on Alliance you don't have like Perseus and Bromerin quests. I like doing those quests, but they're hard.
Well, spit it out. Be good. Hurry back. Time is money, friend. Be
Go
careful
see
out
it.
there.
Donovan, so grab it.
Need help? See you
Arrow
around.
Shy can wait.
See you around. Have a good
Take
one.
this one.
Be careful.
We are level 53 actually. We could do the first quest of Eastern Plagueland. They're 50. I thought they were 53. We can't do the first quest of Eastern Plagueland. Getting there though. Definitely getting towards the end game, the Medley. Sadly, it's not last year. But, you know, I want to do everything I can to finish before schooling and everything starts being a full-time thing. Because I would like to end the video series at the end rather than partway through. Like, obviously, when I'm in school, there's going to be, you know, terms. So there'll be times where I'm not at school. Like going to school when you're a kid. There's, you know, semesters, stuff like that. So, yeah. There'll still be time to stream, I think. It just won't be, consistent. I'm gonna get like 6k experience just walking to this lady. That is very cool. You know, after playing Warhammer Online, and like, that game's pretty ugly, because from 2008, and it didn't really have any graphical updates before it shut down in 2013, and obviously, like, the devs of the private server are not going to focus on graphic updates like that. That would take way too much effort for a game that they don't have the full source code of. The fact that it gets any updates is already very crazy. That's why I give them a lot of leeway. Like, my friends and I started playing, we only played one day each other, but yeah, they started playing and they were already complaining about how ugly it was. What can you expect? It is a dead
How are
game.
Keep your feet on the ground. Watch
We
your
won't pick
back.
up that question.
Hi. Off with you. Be good. Watch your back.
Pick up this.
Off with you.
I'm not gonna follow. In case a beer comes out. I don't think one does during this quest, but you know, in case. Kill her and let her do her thing.
Welcome. Be good.
Welcome. Keep your feet on the ground.
Great to meet you. Keep your feet on the ground.
Told you.
Watch your back. Keep your feet on the ground.
Oh, she said it twice. Really about keeping your feet on the ground. It's too bad I got to take a flight path for like 10 minutes now. Alright, let's go to Foralis. Gotta do the Vidir Elixir, Gregan, and in the Marrow Grain. Quite a bit of stuff to do down there. Then we can go to the graveyard in Tanaris and have a near-death experience. That stuff. I do think we should be basically approaching halfway through this level by the time we're done running around though. Good. So if we can hit... I don't know if we'll hit 54 today. But because we'll be over halfway, 54 next time I stream should be easy enough. We're not streaming tomorrow, so we'll gain a little bit more rested experience with that. I think Wednesday I should be able to. And then Thursday, perhaps with 55. Maybe. If we stream Thursday. But we'll at least be 55 before Friday, I think. Before or on Friday. That's kind of my goal with this week. And then we'll start Bauma. We need to do 7 levels on her as well. We need to take her to 56. We'll see how long it takes, but I am planning because I want to get this leg of the medley done before, you know, my game time runs out, and then just see how we're looking after that. Because it is $27 a month just to not play doesn't seem very worth it. But we will see. I mean, I'm going to be playing hardcore by myself over the next month anyway. Everyone's going to be playing TBC. Which is fine because I'm doing the anti-social hardcore medley, right? I'm doing the thing that makes people mad when I'm playing an MMO alone. I always love those comments on YouTube when someone's like, how dare you play an MMO in an antisocial way? Like, man, I'm paying the money. I can play it however the fuck I want. The day you start paying for my WoW sub, I might care about what you have to say. Like, it's always so interesting to me that people think they're entitled to tell people how, in what ways and all that, they should be able to do stuff. Alright, this is a 12-minute flight. I think I'm gonna go toilet. I'll be back. Might have a snack as well. See you soon. Hello. Half the flight path at least. Had a snack. Pee. Not like made a pee first. Like how this add-on, whatever it's called, it's like an add-on menu, changes color depending on what class you're on. Pretty cool. All it is just hides your buttons. Which, you know, is much better than having them all the way around the friggin' minimap, in my opinion. So we head down here, we hand in that shit. We should be able to make another one as soon as we land as well. That's good. Hopefully we actually get some Marrow. Go up here. Talk to this fella. Grab our Evo root. And then something. I don't know the full steps. We did them on the warrior, like the near-death experience stuff and all that. But I don't know how it all works. 40 days played total, by the way. 6 of those days are like on my non-Medley. But that's still over a month of playtime in the Medley. That's a lot, man. 40 times 24. Too much. 960 hours. Ugh. That's why I'd assume that I have at least 20,000 hours of World of Warcraft playing. Up to probably 50,000. I wish World of Warcraft had like a... You know how Steam tracks your hours played? Like I've played 2,400 hours of Warframe. Over 12 or so years, depending on how long it's been out. I had a big 5-year break though as well, so, you know, 2,400 hours is still a lot. Considering that. But I wish WoW had a tracker so I could see how long, how many hours. Like there's probably people who have Guild Wars 2 or Elder Scrolls Online, you know, the Steam games. Even Lost Ark to an extent if people stuck with it. Games that are on Steam and have those trackers and they've probably got like 20,000 hours. I gotta find someone with Guild Wars 2 as their main game. I want to see how many hours I've clocked in on Steam. That'd be crazy. I guess Final Fantasy 14 as well, but most people don't have the Steam version. Because it's a bit more convoluted to set up. Harder to pay for. Because even though you buy the Steam version, you still got to go through the freaking Square store. So I don't even know the purpose of having the Steam version. It doesn't change anything really, it just makes it more ridiculous to have to get everything weird up. Having a Steam version of a game's meant to make it more convenient, right? Not if you're Square Enix. They love making things hard to do. It's like they want your money, but they make it so hard to give it to them. It's like the main complaint with Final Fantasy XIV. You want to give them money, but it's so difficult to do. I opened Reddit just now and the first thing I saw was an ass. Not even like... you know, like OnlyFans bots and stuff like that. Like, they're all over Reddit these days. But not even one of those. It was just an ass. Like... you can't open the internet these days without just having ass and tits in your face, honestly. It's kind of fucked. We as a society are fucked. A lot of people are like, yeah, that's awesome, but I think for a lot of people it's gotten to the point where it's not even like exciting anymore. And that's a problem, isn't it? Back in the old days, be like, damn, I get to see that, that's awesome. But now it's just like a click away. I always said the internet is for porn. I also love how like self-censoring is with that word now. Like YouTube, especially for monetization. Thankfully I don't make any money from YouTube. But man, they crack down on that word, which is very interesting.
Greetings. Farewell.
I don't really need those. These look cool. Not really.
May the stars.
Not really something I'd wear on my warrior either. Just buy like a few more of those.
Good luck, friend.
I think I have feline grace. I must, because I took full damage, but it didn't do anything. Alright, let's go see Gregan. So sad when you're in cat form, but you're not feral, so you're not going any faster, because it feels like you should be going faster when you're a cat, you know? Where is it? Feral swiftness. You get 30% more movement speed in cat form points. Which is, you know, it's kind of like travel form. 10% less. Why do I keep going down when I'm not drunk? Yeah, without this, it does feel kind of useless to go cat form. Like, it was good back before we got travel form, because dash. But that was the only use of it, really. I would just run around as a night elf. I actually made a druid in Legion Remix. Because I was like, yeah, if I play retail WoW, I kind of want to have a boomkin at max level just to maybe try it, but I think I am done with retail WoW. Don't really have much desire to waste any more time playing that. Like, it's fun to play with friends, right? But buffs, mate. Self-found character. Have his buffs. Thank me. Kind of funny, even though like I don't have the self-found, we're still playing account found, right? So my gear is absolutely dog shit. Like there are items that are obviously from the account found portion, but so much of the gear, like this is 22 levels lower than us. This is 28 levels lower than us. These are almost 20 levels lower. Like, there's a lot of items that are just shit at this point. We can't do much about it. Because we can't just go to the auction house and buy stuff. We gotta find it. But sometimes you don't get good drops. We've had 3 swords of the eagle. If one of those was a mace, it's been sick. They're all like nearly level 50 swords. Druids can't use swords. Also, I saw a rare out here last time I was here. Like a rare lizard that spawns. Maybe this guy is waiting for it. It was quite a while ago, but I did see it. First time I've ever seen it.
Feet on the ground. Safe travel.
Can't do that.
Be good. See you soon. Keep your feet on the ground.
Give me the bait.
See you soon.
But yeah, this was about where it spawns, so maybe that guy's just hanging out here, hoping it spawns. So, he does have his owl with him. You have to get rid of his owl. I think Rexar should be walking down the road right now, so I might see him. I'll shit myself if I do. But still, might see him. He was walking into Foralis when we flew over. Even though he doesn't attack, it's still scary because Misha is fucking massive. Like if I saw a bear, just a regular ass bear, like not that scary, you know, sometimes a little bit scary. But a giant bear? Yeah, you're having a heart attack. Like, there's no two ways about it. Bait. Cool. I love how you can just run in while he's going. Like, shouldn't be able to, you know? Should have to wait. Haha, baited. Yeah, Misha's massive. He is me. Rexar. I think because we'll be heading into like 2 PM before we finish this quest up, it might be the last quest that we work on today. Be over 3 hours no matter what. Good enough. Grab this. Yeah, elixir.
What's on your mind?
I don't remember if I have to go back to Donover before.
Be good.
Oh,
Keep your feet on the ground.
yeah, gotta. Well, thankfully we're a druid. I guess this part of the quest is gonna take a lot less time because of that. Just being a druid. Very helpful. Pop TV. Does that mean that's pops or like there's a content creator, an old man who plays World of Warcraft? His name's Pops. I don't know if that's him. If it is, hello. I will probably also be an old man playing World of Warcraft. Like, WoW definitely came out at the worst time in my life because I was in high school and my exams had just started right about the same time WoW came out, you know? So that definitely did not help me. I would have rathered it come out once I was, you know, in my 30s, 40s. But I feel like for the people that are retiring as WoW come out, or like 10 years away from retiring as WoW come out, that would have been perfect timing. Those older ones that like playing WoW, they're having a good ass time, you know? Feels more deserved for, like, if you work your whole life and then you retire and then you get to play World of Warcraft, that's a good reward. But me, World of Warcraft came out before I had even worked, so I didn't really earn the reward, but I did get addicted to it. Pretty much everyone that I raided with in those first years of WoW was in college. So they were probably also struggling with the same stuff I was struggling with, but failing college is worse than failing high school. And I didn't fail high school, I just didn't do very well at it. Like, I did enough. You know, I could have gone into uni if I wanted to after that. But I feel like, you know, the people that I raided with in vanilla, who were also playing a lot, and in uni or college, depending on where you live in the world, they're different. The same, but different. Probably had it worse. Like the people who were in their 20s. Imagine you were in your last year of your degree and then World of Warcraft come out and you wanted to play it. That would be a bad decision. But this time I will go to school and I will not have the distraction. I will still probably play some video games. I'm not going to stream, I'm not going to make any videos, I'm not going to add anything that doesn't need to be added, you know? But the video gaming will just be like a few hours here and there. Be relieve some stress or wind down. But I'm definitely going to prioritize the school and the stuff that needs to. Just life in general. Maybe it's a good opportunity to make some friends and, well, because that's something that's always been lacking in my life outside of my friends that play video games. The fact that I ran into people from high school again opened that up a bit more as well, and that was cool. Now, it's a lot harder to hang out with them when they have children and all that stuff going on, but yeah, like the fact that there's now an opportunity to actually have people that you know. Because a lot of my life, my friends have been just the people I've been playing WoW with. And that's fine. And I have gone out and had dinner and like spent New Year's with them and stuff like that. And that's cool. But sometimes you need people that aren't from that world to keep you honest. Keep your progression. Because when you're friends with WoW players, they just want to play WoW. The fact that I finally got to meet someone from my WoW friends after 10 years in real life this year, or last year, was in December. Been in the last year. Was already pretty awesome. Like, that wouldn't have happened without World of Warcraft, but it took 10 years. So, you know, it is what it is. December was pretty awesome, though. I ran into old friends and become old new friends. I met friends that I've known for 10 years. Never met them. Stuff like that. December was pretty good. Hopefully I can make this December even better. We will see. Feels so slow running. I don't know why the mount feels so slow. Because this mount is faster than the mount you get in Warhammer, but the Warhammer mount definitely feels faster. Interesting.
Welcome. Off with ya. Be good. Off with ya.
Meet at the grave.
Be good. Keep your feet on the ground.
Alright, now we're gonna go and drink the potion at the grave and all that stuff. So a flight down to Tanaris. If we can use the Marrow stuff 2 more times and get 6 Marrow within those 2 times, that'd be awesome. Video game. Just to let you know. I don't like this part of the level 50s. Now you finish Ungaro Crater and then you run around doing all this bullshit. But at least on the Druid and I guess the Mage as well, it will be a little bit faster because we can teleport around. Guy's so fast. name's also Schmearstein. Probably got carrot and maybe even boot feed, like mithril spurs. I waved at him, but he didn't wave at me. It's kind of rude. Like people in society these days, you know, they're just walking around with the headphones on or their phone in their hands, not even interacting with the world around them. Basically this guy. This one's also catching me, but not as fast, so he probably only has one of the two. I do not have carrot on the stick, and I do not have mithril spur. I could get mithril spurs if... It's a very big if. At least until level 60. If Francie was being played before Friend after gear drops. At level 60, the mithril spurs can just go on immediately. Like, I don't need to worry about them. We can just log in freely between the characters. As long as it's not like a quest reward or a BOP. I'll run in here and make a arrow grain. The potion research. No, but
Pleasure doing business with ya.
so I don't care. Alright, another big flight path coming right up. It might even be longer than the last one. It might be like 14, 15 minutes.
How may I help?
Literally forever. Okay, it's only 9 minutes. Good. I thought it was going to be longer. We is okay. I'll just do this quest as far as I can before it's like, go and do some stuff. You know, we'll do the run around part. Bring us of the stream. Good to get back into it. Even though I won't be here tomorrow, so it immediately stops. Definitely good to get back into it. Even if I am just here hanging out with myself. Still making video content, aren't we? Something did happen today that make it into a video. We had to stab the devil sword. Why the Druid quest wants me to stab a devil sword, I don't know. But we did it. There was a comment on my YouTube VOD channel that I replied. But I don't know if... replied to it to say I'm... Just life, you know? Streaming for me has always been something fun to do. To earn a little bit extra pocket money, or just to make videos, or hang out and talk shit to people. But eventually, I always knew it would eventually come to it. Eventually. And I think this year is probably going to be... There's a rear down there. The soft launch of the end. Killed that rear a few times. Well, I know he's rear because he sticks out like a sore thumb. All the other ones are green and he's blue. But no matter what, no matter when I don't stream again, like, you know, any day it could happen where I'm just like, alright, that's it. Probably not for the next, like, 5 months, like I said. But I want you guys to know that I have had fun. I wouldn't have done it for this long if I didn't. Lips coming off. It's a little dry. A little bit flapping around. That's why I'm getting some lip balms. Fix this. Yeah. Been a good time, no matter what. No matter when things end and stuff like that. Streaming has been a good part of my life. I've enjoyed it. You know, there's been challenges and people backseating and all that sort of stuff. Just rude people in general, but that's the internet. It's also life. Like, you deal with rude people in real life, don't you? More and more these days, I think. Yeah, my one goal with streaming now is just to finish the medley and have as much fun as we can. Anything else that might happen? Cool. But not a guarantee that anything else happens. I did want to play Cyberpunk. I've kind of decided that maybe I'll just play it in my own time. It'll be better for my computer anyway if I play Cyberpunk in my own time, because, you know, I won't have my graphics card rendering my stream and running OBS and playing a video game that, you know, requires a lot of rendering from what I've seen. I think we blast the regrowth and the rejuve. We drink this elixir. Drink me. $59.99. About how much money I'll probably spend tomorrow at the chemist with all the stuff that I need. Need new sunscreen. My sunscreen is almost out. Been going outside too much. And it has been very sunny. I'm actually kinda tanned. Like, you probably can't notice it on the webcam. The lighting in it. But if I had my shirt off, you would be able to see visible tan lines around my neck and shoulders and all. I'm not going to take my shoes off. You have to pay extra for that. But pretty obvious. Might need to go down the beach and just like take my shirt off and have a tan, you know? Just to make it so my body isn't like tan, no tan. And then tan down the bottom. But yeah, sunscreen very important in this part of the world because even though the ozone layer is a lot better, there is still a hole in it, and we get a lot of UV over here. So yeah, my friend from Australia came over. I told him to bring sunscreen and wear it. He never did until he got to the town that I live in. He got sunburnt the first day he was here. So he was in New Zealand for over a week and then came here and got sunburnt. Just immediately, basically. I'm like, wow, I did tell you to wear your sunscreen down here. That was pretty funny. Rock suit. Alright, we can make another marrow grain pretty much right when we land. That's all. Hopefully another marrow grain. By hope another, I mean like another 5. If not, Grom's blood. Fire blue. Oh, we're getting all the rubbish today, aren't we? Alright. Let us have a near-death experience. It's still really scary to just drop your health to 1, you know? Because on normal WoW, non-hardcore, that does kill you. But obviously in hardcore, if you die, you're dead, you know? They had to change the mechanic. But it's scary. Alright, back over there, talk to that grave. Yeah, really close to halfway. It's about where I expected to be today. Right. Back to Angelo. Give him his sword. And that will definitely get us over halfway of this level, so that's awesome.
What can I do for you?
Fly me away.
Keep your feet on the ground.
But I just flew away. I love when they say keep your feet on the ground as you fly. It's always my favorite thing. Like, what the... kind of wish there were real flight paths in Warhammer Online. Like in that game, you click on a flight master and then you teleport to places, right? I think this is one of the best things that World of Warcraft has, is the interconnectivity of the entire world. Like, I would love to fly around the Warhammer world. It's a bit bigger, I think, than WoW's world, though, but... It's not like they have all the zones in there anyway. But that's what I mean. Warhammer Online could have used another 3 years in the oven, and then it would have released, like, when Cataclysm was out, and they might have actually succeeded as an MMO. If instead of right when Wrath of the Lich King was coming out, it launched during Cataclysm, when a lot of people were like upset at WoW for various reasons. There were a lot of reasons not like Cata. Depended on like the kind of player you were.
Honored, I'm sure. Very good. Alrighty then. Very well then.
Okay.
Off and
I'll
away.
go find the snow. But I think, you know, Warhammer Online, if it was released in a finished state, would have been a pretty sick MMO. It was already a pretty sick MMO and it wasn't released in a finished. Like, I had a lot of fun playing it. But I also only played it for like a month. Because Wrath of the Lich King was
Nice
out.
to meet you. Very well then. Off and away.
I quit WoW in Cataclysm, so I probably would have played it a bit longer in Cata if I played it then. But it had gone out of my mind and memory by the time I stopped playing WoW, you know. Ow, that's not right. Be next.
Hey. Very good. You have a great day now.
Southern Foulwood. We can do that when we go to Foul. That's perfect, actually. That leads us into our Foulwood stint of leveling. Thinking about going to the Western Plaguelands to hand in this. But I guess we don't really need it right now. Hold on. It is an inventory spot. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We're gonna log off soon anyway, so use our Hearthstone and all that. Might as well. Been a good day of leveling. Over a level worth of experience. What the fuck? Did that guy just get like banned or name reported? You see that? Name was player BRDFT or whatever. I think I just witnessed someone
King's honor, friend.
getting like logged out with their name reported.
Go with honor.
Interesting. Interesting, very. I'm intrigued as to what just happened. Alright, we've got 8 minutes of flying. Why is Marrowgreen Research grey? What happened? Why is the quest grey? Like, you're not going to get any experience from it now. Still worth 4,700 experience. I don't know why it's grey on Questy. Weird. But yeah, next time I stream, I guess we'll just go to Felwood. There's a lot we can do there. We can definitely hit 54 while we're there. Might be a good reason to stop in an Ironforge right now, actually, and pick up this slime quest. Then we can at least do one of those. We're not going to do the Anguro one because we've already been to one. No point. Still got to come here. There's obviously some quests that we can do. Not really a great zone, but there are some quests that we can do. And then I guess if we need more at 54, we'll go and start the Western Plague Land, which... on the balance road, I don't know how it will go. It might be a bit monker, but hey, we're gonna do it. I am not gonna like only Francie is the only character where I'm like, I want to keep this character alive, make sure I keep it alive, because without her we don't have Phantom Blade. Now, if I find a Crow Blade on my rogue, then I don't care about Francie again. But I still care a little bit, right? Care about your characters in hardcore. But I'm not gonna like pull any punches with leveling. Make sure they make it to 60. Like, I could boringly make it to 60 on every single character. Garland could be alive. But that would be boring. I think Classic WoW's already a little bit boring, so you gotta make it a little bit fun here and there, right? It is one of the best games that I've ever played, Classic World of Warcraft, but everything gets boring when you've done it for thousands of hours. So, you know, it is boring sometimes. There's a lot of classic players that are unable to say that they get bored of World of Warcraft. It's fine to get bored of World of Warcraft. You're allowed to be bored of things. And I can say it, that sometimes I find this game boring. Well, I didn't stream for a few months while sorting things out. I'm like, no, I don't really want to play WoW. Gonna get things ready for life. Alright, Marigrain, please. Please. Nice. 2 more. Coming together. Might be able to get it done before we log out, actually. Probably gonna have at least 10 more minutes. I want to take myself back to Ashenvale, I guess.
Greetings. Right, daylight's burning.
Yeah, we'll get that quest. Do that in Felwood. I would love to find one of these for Francie. Like, that would be amazing. I guess this would be amazing, but I'd have to go one-handed. But I would if I found that. Like, be a fool not to.
What can I do for you? Safe.
If I found an axe of the deep woods on the Medley, I would be like, alright, Francie's a fury warrior now. You know? But this, yeah. That'd be all. I feel like I have to find an epic. We've found over 20 blues. We haven't found one in a while. I mean, find this on, what was it, Lena, maybe? Francie? I don't know, one of the characters found this recently, but before that it was like Alia with the ring, and that's been a while now. 2-2. What blue can do? 2-2-2. So up to there, and then I think I will teleport Moonglade. And then fly to Rutferin and maybe do one more Marrow Grain. Probably log out of Darnassus because next time I play, I guess I can just do another Marrow Grain as soon as I log in. Maybe we get lucky. Unless we're done with our next Marrow Grain, then I might fly down to Ashenvale to get ready to go to Felwood. Looking forward to 54 though. Just because of this. Like, we get 3 extra damage on Fawns, which isn't nothing. It's 3 extra damage. But you know, this is the main big thing. 50 extra damage for 20 extra mana, basically. It's huge. $56 we get nothing pretty much, but 58 we get a Moonfire and a Starfire, and that will be the last of our damage. Outside of the books from Anchorage, which can be very hard to get them. We're not raiding. Could spend money on them, but like, what's the point? Are we gonna play the character? Probably not for too long. Like, we just need our epic mount, right? That's the goal. The goal of the Medley is to get an epic mount. Once that's done, we're done. I was thinking about playing further, like doing dungeons, maybe raids on a character, but not at this point. Taken so long to get here. I miss the days when I first started playing hardcore and I was able to stream for like 7 hours. Can't do that anymore. Like 3 hours of WoW is pretty much my limit now. Four hours is pushing it. Perfect amount of time for me to play WoW right now would be like an hour every week. But I do want to finish the Medley. I never want to start something that I don't finish, you know? This is like a work project for me, basically. We started it like last January. Now February, almost 13 months later. Been a long project. And as much as I was interested in playing TBC hardcore,
Farewell.
I don't think
Safe
I will.
travels. Have a good one.
Because I... I was thinking about dabbling a little bit in TBC, just, you know, running around as a Blood Elf Paladin and doing some things, but nah, I think I'll just leave it. Honestly, every time TBC comes out, there's always something in my life. Like the first time I moved to Australia while TBC was out. I did get to play it a little bit, you know, I raided all the way through SSC and TK, and then I think when Blackwing Lair was out was the time I moved to Australia, and by the time I got back, so we were probably like away from the internet for over a month because we didn't have our own house, so we didn't set up our computers and stuff like that. Moving to Australia was a stressful venture. I think my family was very underprepared for how much we had to have ready. We basically made ourselves broke. Like my parents were running out of money and I was helping to try and, you know, keep things afloat a little bit. I had a little bit of money. I had like $2,000 when I moved over to Australia. It did not last that long. It was pretty dire. And then when we got back, when we finally found a house and had internet and all that set up, Sunwell was out. I remember that first day I logged into WoW, I was like, oh, there's a new island up here I can fly to. I went up to like Quel'Danas. And yeah, new content. Like, wow, look at this stuff. So I basically missed the release of Sunwell. I didn't do much Blake Temple because I was prepping to move to Australia. Should I collect these quests? We don't really have to, we're a druid. We'll wait. I don't know about doing late Calterel though. Sucks because I like grinding in late Calterel. Generally that's where I will somewhat grind to 60. That's where we got it on Ugro. We did a bit of grinding there on Franker as well from what I remember, so... But hey, it might be a bit different this time because we have a lot of rested experience. Majority of the characters. Night Elf mount as a human. I did want to do that on my rogue, but I think my desire to do that is somewhat run out now because time. Got screwed. We got screwed by a life root. Unlucky. Ah well, we'll log in. Probably stream Wednesday next, so I'm not here tomorrow, and the day after we'll probably be able to. It depends on what happens though. Change. So just be aware that even though I say I might be here, I may not. Yeah, we'll try to get that quest done as we log in, that'd be good. But for now, I'm going to log out. Thank you for joining me today. We got a good way into this level. Next time, hopefully level 54. We could, if we were playing like a rogue or a warrior, or even the priest or a hunter, probably say next time 55, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. But we'll see. Have a good night or day, depending on where you are in the world anyway. And I will see you the next time I see you. Later.